The High Court of Maharashtra is now in session. Honorable Judge Mr. M.W. Chetwani is presiding. Please be seated. Please present today's case. Your Honor, today's case number CLRMC 3110-2015 Neeraj alias Kamal Brewer versus State and ANR. Is the prosecution ready? Yes, Your Honor. Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let the court proceedings begin.
Your Honor, my name is Mr. Akhil, and I present the plea from the family and the friends of Mr. Neeraj Global, who is the victim of this case. The defendant in this case is Mr. Jerome Matthew, who is charged of committing homicide of Mr. Neeraj Global and is punishable under section 302 IPC. Thereby, I request the Honorable Judge to decide a righteous verdict in favor of the prosecution.
Thank you, prosecution. The defense may now give their opening statement.
Your Honor, my name is Ms. Haripriya and I represent Mr. Jerome Matthew, who is being accused for committing homicide of Neeraj Grover in this case. The defendant indeed plead the defendant not guilty of charges against him.
Thank you, defense. The prosecution may now present their case.
I oblige, Your Honor. Mr. Neeraj Grover went missing on 6th of May, as per information that is given by his family and friends. After thorough investigation, Mr. Neeraj was found dead on 7th of May, and the burnt pieces of his body were found near the Dharawali village on 9th of May. With the traces leading, the primary suspect is Ms. Maria Raj, and further after investigation, Mr. Matthew was present as accused. With the facts placed for the law, may I call the witness, Ms. Padmapriya, who is the neighbor of Ms. Maria Raj at her Malad house.
You may proceed. Will the witness please stand to be sworn by the register? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm.
Swear in the name of God. Swear in the name of God. That what I shall state shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Please state your name to the court.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Ms. Padmapriya.
Ms. Padmapriya, could you please testify to the jury what have you seen on 7th of May morning?
At morning, I was in my kitchen. When I noticed that our new neighbor, Ms. Maria, went out around 10 a.m. in the morning with Mr. Matthew. Also around 4:30 p.m. in the evening, when I was walking my dog, I saw that they both left house again with 2 truffle bags which was loaded into their car.
Are you sure Ms. Maria was with Matthew and not with Mr. Neeraj?
Objection, leading Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
Ms. Padmapriya, have you seen Mr. Neeraj coming or leaving the house on 6th of May?
I haven't noticed him leave the house, but I did see a man other than Mr. Matthew in the Maria's house.
As per the statement that is given by Ms. Maria Raj, she allegedly used your car for outing on 7th of May. Could you justify it?
No, Your Honor. I didn't bring my car to her on that day.
As per your observation, did the circumstances look like Mr. Matthew would be the assailant?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for conclusion.
Objection sustained.
Sorry, Your Honor, and that's it for this witness.
Would the defense like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Padmapriya, how far do you live away from Miss Maria's house? My house is opposite to Miss Maria's house. Can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual on 7th May in the morning?
I haven't noticed anything particularly, but there was a construction work going on in the neighborhood.
Did you feel Miss Maria's behavior was suspicious?
She seems to be in a hurry.
That's it, Your Honor.
Is there anything the prosecution would cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. So, Ms. Padmapriya, as per your statement, you have noticed Mr. Matthew and Miss Maria leaving the house in the morning around 10 a.m. and again leaving the house in a hurry in the evening at around 4:30, but not in your car. But you haven't noticed Mr. Neeraj leaving the house on that day, but you did notice they leaving with 2 duffel bags, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's it with this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Padmapriya, you may now take your seat. Would the defense like to call in a witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Now, I would like to call the next witness, Ms. Maria Neeraj, who is the fiancée of DERALAKATTE and the primary witness of the case.
Would the witness please stand to sworn by the registrar?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm.
I do solemnly affirm.
Swear in the name of God.
Swear in the name of
That
God.
what I shall state
That what I shall say
shall be the truth,
shall be the
the
truth,
whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Please state your name to the court.
I am Miss Maria Neeraj.
Can you tell the jury very well on 6th of May in the night when the day a victim went missing?
I was busy unpacking my luggage.
Can you explain in detail the events that took place that day?
I started shifting my cargo from Andheri to MULLER, and while I was having my lunch, Neeraj called me to check on my progress, and he also insisted on helping me. He came to my apartment on around 4 o'clock in the evening, and he helped me for a few hours. And then he said that he had to attend a party, so he left around midnight.
Can you tell me where the party would have been? Objection causes speculation, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
Your Honor, please take a note of the fact that, as per the statement of the witness, Neeraj was in her apartment and it was him who insisted to help her. Miss Maria, can you tell me if Matthew knew about Neeraj's presence on the night?
Yeah, he did figure out that Neeraj was helping me, and Matthew said me to send him away.
Can you describe in detail what happened when Matthew arrived?
Matthew came on 7th of May on around 7 a.m. to surprise me. Later we went for shopping and then for outing the entire day in our neighbor's car.
Can you describe your attempts to get in contact with Mr. Neeraj who left last night?
No, Your Honor, I couldn't contact him as he left his phone in a hurry and he did not tell me the details of the party.
What did you do when you couldn't contact him?
I tried to contact few of his friends, but there was no reach. So after 2 days of searching, we filed a missing report.
Your Honor, on your table I have presented the FIR copy filed by Ms. Maria Neeraj on 9th of May in MULLER police station. That's it, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Maria, as per your statements, you went for shopping with Mr. Matthew on the 7th of May morning, isn't it?
Yes.
What was it that you purchased?
We just went to buy some regular household items.
What exactly did you purchase in that day? Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Objection sustained.
Your Honor, on the table we have presented the debit card statements and the bill from the supermarket, which clearly indicates the fact that she bought 2 duffel bags and all the things in the upholstery set up only on 7th May morning. The same 2 duffel bags which was used to pack and discard the Neeraj mutilated body. Objection, Your Honor. Assumes fact, not evidence.
Objection sustained.
Miss Maria, can you tell me where you went for the outing that day with Mr. Matthew?
Your Honor, we went for a lot of places just to roam around, nowhere in specific.
Could you please tell me whether you passed through the Dansar check marker that day? Objection, Your Honor. But Your Honor is relevant to the case.
Objection overruled.
Tell me, Miss Maria, did you pass through that way?
I don't recollect.
that the last SMS was received on 7th May evening, and according to the witness statement, he left his phone at her place when he left in a hurry, and that message was received at the Pakistan check Naka. That's all for this witness for now, Your Honor.
Does the defense wants to clarify anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you justify your purchase of upholstery setup and the duffel bags? Your Honor, as I have shifted newly to my home, I wanted to make some changes. And the duffel bags, they were just filled with the old stuff to be stored in the attic. That's it, Your Honor.
Miss Maria, you may now take your seat. Please present the next witness.
Your Honor, now I would like to call to the stand Miss Adira, who was on duty at the Indian Oil petrol bunk on 7th of May at the Mira Road.
Will the witness please stand to be sworn by the registrar? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm, swear in the name of God, that what I shall say shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Could you please take your name to the board?
I'm Miss Adira.
Miss Adira, can you tell us what have you seen on 7th of May in regard to this case?
Objection against Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
On 7th of May, the man accused came to a petrol bunk in a car and purchased 5 liters of petrol. Can you justify it?
That day, I think around 5 p.m., I was in my evening duty, and my first sister was Maria Madam, and I was so happy after seeing her. But someone else was visited with her, and he purchased 5 liters of petrol in a can. And I still remember that very clearly because they were repeat areas. And I told them, but they didn't even listen to me, and without even feeling they left me a hurry.
That's it, Your Honor. We have submitted the card transaction details from the petrol bunk and also the CCTV photographs of the car they gave me. They also displayed the car number and also have been compared to those CCTV footage to that is a Naka check.
The defense want to cross-examine.
Nothing from my counsel, Your Honor.
Mrs. Adira, you may now take your seat. Please present your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Now I would like to call to the stand Ms. Shushmita, who is the forensic expert and the director of Forensic Science Laboratories of Mumbai.
Would the witness please stand to be sworn by the registrar? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm,
I do solemnly affirm,
swear in the name of God,
swear in the name of God,
that what I shall state
that what I shall state
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Could you please state your name to the court?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Ms. Sushmita, the forensic examiner of the case.
Ms. Shushmita, during the investigation, based on the leads, when you examined the area of murder, what were your findings?
After my team reached at Ms. Maria's house, on examining every corner of the house, which includes the bedroom, all the curtains were newly bought. Moreover, bloodstains could be seen on the latch of the door and somewhere in other places too. On conducting the blood sampling examination, it was found that the blood belongs to Mr. Neeraj.
Your Honor, we have submitted a copy of the forensic reports as evidence. Ms. Shushmita, could you describe about the findings in the crime scene where the body was found dead near the Aravali village?
When my team reached about 3 p.m. on 9th of May, the team recovered ashes, bloodstains and human remains. From the human remains, it was found that it belonged to Mr. Neeraj and his body was mutilated around 300 pieces, and the primary cause of the death was due to stab injury. And the cause of the death, the time could not be estimated, but would possibly be around 4-5 days investigation that was conducted.
Your Honor, the report of this two is submitted as evidence, and that's it for this witness.
Does the defense want to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Was there any evidence found at the crime scene that directly links the involvement of Mr. Matthew or Miss Maria's presence at the crime scene?
No, there was no evidence of Miss Maria or Mr. Matthew, but there were bloodstains which belonged to Mr. Neeraj.
That's it, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mrs. Sushmita. Now you may take your seat. Please proceed with your next witness.
Your Honor, with your permission, may I now introduce the accused in question, Mr. Matthew.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Matthew, what exactly happened on 7th of May morning after you reached Maria's apartment? Mr. Matthew.
And I want her to make you leave before midnight. I still had suspicions about his presence in the house, so I wanted to reconfirm it myself. Hence, I borrowed one of my friend's car and I went there myself. But when I went there, everything was fine. There was no one at the apartment. Later, Maria insisted that we go on some shopping, so we left immediately.
Did she insist on going to the outing as well? Objection narrating. Objection leading, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
Can you justify the purchase of petrol in a can? That too, when you were in your own friend's car?
There's nothing suspicious about it. We wanted to go on a long journey, so we bought for safety, that's it.
So, Mr. Matthew, you want to say that you planned for a long drive with your fiancé when you were suspicious of an affair with Mr. Neeraj? Objection badgering, Your Honor. Objection argumentative.
Objection for badgering sustained. Objection for argumentative overruled.
For the final clarification to the jury, would you like to add any details in regard to the case? Objection ambiguous, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
I apologize. That's it, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to clarify anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Matthew, you are being accused of murdering Mr. Neeraj Grover. Would you like to plead not guilty?
Your Honor, I am a sincere male officer. Me and Miss Maria have a very good relationship. And with Mr. Grover, we are allies. We had a few arguments because of him. But our relationship was stable. Even that day, when I reached Maria's house, everything was normal. There was no one at the apartment. I am wrongly framed for this murder, Your Honor.
That's it, Your Honor.
Does the prosecution want to re-examine?
No, Your Honor.
Does anyone want to call another witness?
Yes, Your Honor. With your permission, may I now have Miss Maria to the stand for one last time.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Maria, as per the witnesses and the statements procured, Mr. Neeraj was last with you before his untimely demise. Mr. Matthew was suspicious about your affair with Mr. Neeraj. Also, your neighbor saw you leave from your apartment with 2 duffel bags in a car, which according to you belongs to your neighbor, but as per Mr. Matthew's statement, it belongs to his friend. Also, the forensic team traced bloodstains of Mr. Neeraj from your apartment, and the CCTV footages clearly indicate that you passed
through the Dahisa check naka, the same way where the crime scene was located. All these evidences clearly indicate that you are more tied to the crime than Mr. Matthew. Also, it has been noticed that you had lied multiple times during the interrogation under oath in the court of law.
Would you like to clear yourself by telling us the truth or undergoing the charges? Objection argumentative.
Objection sustained.
Objection adverse facts, not in evidence. Objection compound question.
Objection sustained.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I lied to the court. The car, it belongs to the neighbor. It belongs to Francis Sen. But still it doesn't negate the fact that you killed Mr. Neeraj. No, it wasn't me who killed him. It was Matthew. I was actually in love with Neeraj. That morning, Master came home. When I and Neeraj were together, he got I and seen us together, and the heated argument started in both of them. I tried stopping them. They went into a physical battle, and at that moment, in an impulse, Matthew picked up a knife from the kitchen, and he stabbed Neeraj. As you have told this much, please let us know how you dispose the body of her. I'm sorry, Your Honor. We didn't want to do this. But in order to keep our identity safe, we had to do it. We cut up his body into pieces and we packed in a bag. We changed all the settings of the house. We went to MOCKCOURT and we burned his body. And to avoid any suspicion, we filed a missing report as per Matthew's advice.
Thank you for confessing. The prosecution rests its case.
Would the defense wants to clarify anything?
No, Your Honor, the defense rests the case.
Miss Maria, you may now step down. Both the prosecution and defense now has rested their case. The attorneys will now present their closing statements. The prosecution may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, today you heard the testimony of Mr. Neeraj Grover versus the state and A&R. And I would like to remind you of some important information that you could think about as you make your verdict. Mr. General Matthew, who was a naval officer, was suspicious of his fiance's affair with Mr. Neeraj Grover and had a physical tussle which led to the murder of Mr. Neeraj Grover, for which Ms. Maria stands in abettor. They together burnt his body in an attempt to destroy the evidences. All other evidences placed before the law and also the witnesses counted by the prosecution are against the accused and the abettor involved. Hence, the prosecution pleads Mr. Matthew and Maria guilty of Mr. Neeraj's murder, destruction of evidence and perjury in the court of law, and thus would like to request the Honorable Judge for a fair and favourable verdict.
Thank you, prosecution. The defense may now give their closing statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. My counsel would like to bring to your notice that the acts of Mr. Matthew or Ms. Maria were not on intent to harm Mr. Neeraj Grover, but it was purely an act of impulse. Mr. Matthew is a very sincere naval officer and Ms. Maria a renowned celebrity. Their acts of hiding the evidences were out of their need to save their identity to the public. So, I request the judge to keep these things in due notice while deciding the charges for Mr. Matthew and Ms. Maria. That's it, Your Honor.
Thank you, defense. We will now take a 30-minute break from the session while I consider upon the facts and decide upon our verdict.
Minutes later. Please rise as the judge arrives.
Please be seated. Thank you, counsels, for your arguments and evidences presented for the case. Taking into consideration the facts of the witness and statements and circumstances from both sides, I, M.W. Chandramani, the judge of High Court of Maharashtra, hold Mr. Jerome Matthew guilty of culpable homicide not preceding to amounting to murder under section 304 of the Indian Penal Code in case number CLRNC 3110215. Neeraj alias Kamal Grover versus State and ANR and is sentenced to imprisonment for a term of 10 years. The court also holds Ms. Maria Neeraj and not guilty of murder, but she is penalized the IPC and is sentenced to imprisonment for a term of 3 years. The court is adjourned.